We lived in Montenegro for a month, and today we're going beyond the surface, showing you the top things to do, best places to eat, and some of the things that you need to know before visiting Montenegro. Whether you're a slow traveler like us, or just visiting Tivat, Montenegro for a few days, these tips and recommendations will make your trip smoother and more fun. Montenegro has a vibrant and very social coffee culture. You will see people sitting outside of cafes and restaurants regardless of the time of the day. The traditional Montenegro coffee is similar to Turkish coffee. It's an unfiltered drink by putting finely ground coffee in cold water in a small pot and heated until it foams and nearly boils. We have not had a bad coffee in Tivat, but we do have a couple of our favorites. Capulet's Coffee is our number one go-to place. It's off of the main street connecting the Tivat airport to the city center. It's mostly outdoor seating under the beautiful grapevines. Their coffee has a distinct flavor. Tastes a little nutty to me, and it's very delicious. They offer a variety of drink options, and they also have a lot of different pastries and desserts for you to choose from. And many of those pastries and desserts are homemade. The staff there spoke very good English, and they're very friendly and welcoming. This is a great place to just slow down, chat with your friends, or even read a book. And our second favorite place is called Cafeteria Porto. This cafe is situated right next to the sea, so you have a gorgeous view of the Adriatic. There are plenty of tables outside, and they also have some indoor seating as well. They have a variety of different coffee drinks and other beverages, as well as pastries and cakes. One of our favorites there is their carrot cake. Now let's talk about food. One of the traditional breakfasts in Montenegro is called burek, most times paired with a yogurt drink. You can find burek all over the city in different bakeries. And what burek is a fluffy pastry that's filled with either meat, cheese, potatoes, spinach, and sometimes even fruit. Our go-to bakery is down here. I can't really pronounce it. I think it's Pekara Divitovic. And they have a variety of burek there, savory ones and sweet ones, and they cost anywhere between 2 to 250 euros each. When we're in the mood for a sit-down restaurant for breakfast, we like to go to the restaurant at Hotel Pine. They actually have a 10 euro breakfast buffet every morning. And that included tea, coffee, and juices. And on the buffet, they have so many different varieties of eggs, cheeses, meats, different pastries, desserts, and different kinds of juices. And you can make your own coffee there, however that you like, and also different types of tea. This restaurant is right at the Pine Marina, and it offers a spectacular view of the Adriatic. It can get busy, especially on weekends. So make sure you get there early on weekends or just go during weekdays. The vibe here is chilled and relaxed and no frills. Another good restaurant for breakfast is Divino. It's on the quiet part of the waterfront, away from Pine and Porto Montenegro. It's a more curated dining experience with beautiful table settings, friendly and attentive staff, and nicely plated food. The breakfast here is simple yet delicious, and the prices are very reasonable. Masherie is a restaurant specializes in brunch in Port Montenegro. You can sit right next to the sea, sipping on a glass of mimosa or a cup of coffee while taking in the breathtaking view of the Adriatic. One note, if you do order the pancakes, don't be surprised that there's no syrup, because their pancakes are actually savory pancakes. We also have a few lunch and dinner spots to share with you. For a great waterfront option, we love going to the restaurant at Hotel Pine. Jim really liked the lamb shank, and I really enjoyed the chicken roll-up that's filled with prosciutto and cheese. Another cozy restaurant on the waterfront is called Bobby Gourmet and Bar. It sits at the entrance of Porto, Montenegro. It is a cozy little restaurant that has plenty of indoor and outdoor seating. Everything on the menu here is great. I especially like the panko chicken with truffle cream, if you like mushrooms. Otherwise, the chicken parm is also great. For more chill and local vibes, we recommend two restaurants. One is called Recolati, and the other one is Canova House. These two restaurants are a couple blocks away from the waterfront and nestled in more residential neighborhoods. They both have large menus with a variety of dishes for everyone. Their prices are definitely lower than those closer to the water, which makes them great places for travelers who are looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank. Now let's talk about the things to do in Tivat, Montenegro. One of the most popular destinations is the Kotor cable car. It is a great place to see the Bay of Kotor and take a ride on the Alpine coaster and maybe even catch a sunset. The Kotor cable car lower station is only about 11 minutes drive from the city center of Tivat. You can purchase your cable car tickets either online or at the ticket windows at the lower station. When we were there, they were finishing up two more attractions. One is called Falcon Fly, and the other one is Aero Bar. Aero Bar is where you can sip on a beverage 35 meters above ground while enjoying the view of the Bay of Kotor. And if you're more adventurous, you can try Falcon Fly, which is a suspended ride that flies atop of the mountain with a breathtaking view of the Bay of Kotor. The temperature at the top of the mountain can be much cooler than at the bottom, so make sure to bring a thicker layer, especially if you want to stay to see the sunset. Another activity we would recommend is to take a day cruise around the Bay of Kotor. There are many different cruises operate out of Pine Marina, and depending on the day, the cruise might go to different places. We chose the boat Katisa and went on a Tuesday. Our cruise offered a lunch option, and it was well worth the money. We sailed through Herceg-Novi and Tivat Bay, stopped at Our Lady of the Rocks Church, and then we sailed further, stopped in Kotor, where we were able to disembark for 90 minutes so we can walk around the old town of Kotor. The adult tickets with lunch is 35 euros and without lunch is 20 euros. We would highly suggest get the lunch package. It's well worth it. If you want more adventures, you can also take a speedboat tour to the Blue Cave, the submarine tunnels, and Mamula Island. And those tours cost about 50 euros per person. Besides tours, Tivat also has a really modern cinema. It's called Sin Grand Epic. It's a modern movie theater with a large lounge area where you can hang out before the movie. And the seats inside the theater are these comfortable velvety love seats that makes you feel like you're sitting in your own living room watching a movie. Another cool thing to do in Tivat is rock climbing. And there's the Boca Place climbing wall. You can rent shoes and harness there if you don't travel with your own like Jim does. And the cost for 1 hour with shoes and harness rental is 10 euros per person. And if you have your own equipment, it's only 5 euros per person. Now let's talk about some of the things that you should know before coming to Tivat, Montenegro. Montenegro uses the euro as its official currency. Make sure you bring some cash with you or take some out at the airport ATM because you would need that for the taxi. Speaking of taxi, there's no rideshare apps in Montenegro. You can download Mount Go from the app stores on both Android and Apple stores. However, Mount Go will help to connect you with licensed taxi drivers, but you cannot pay on that platform. So you still have to pay your driver directly with cash. Getting a taxi at the Tivat airport can be somewhat chaotic. When you come out of the airport, you're going to see a line of taxi drivers trying to get your business. If you're only going to Tivat, which is a 10-minute ride from the airport, your best bet is to talk with a driver who is at the end of the line. Because the drivers at the front of the line, they want a customer who goes further so they can make more money. And the driver at the end of the line just got there and he probably doesn't care if he needs to make a quick trip into town and then come back. So that would be your best bet if you're going a short distance. Another thing to note is that you must register with the local tourism office within 24 hours of your arrival in Montenegro. And if you move to another city, you have to register in that city's tourism office as well. The registration is pretty simple. You basically have to show them your passport and you pay €1 per day for the time that you are going to be in that city. And sometimes your Airbnb host or accommodation host will register you, but I would recommend you to confirm that with them ahead of time so you don't miss the registration. Last but not least is most stores are closed on Sundays. That means all your grocery stores, most pharmacies are closed. Restaurants, cafes, bakeries are open, and limited amount of pharmacies might open for a short period of time. But you do have newsstands that are open too, and they do sell some beverages and snacks. All right, I hope you got some good insights about living or visiting Tivat, Montenegro. In our next video, we'll share with you how much it cost us to live in Tivat for a month as retired nomads. Thank you for following along with our journey, traveling as retired nomads. We'd love to hear from you about your experiences in Tivat or in Montenegro. Please drop us a note below. And if you have any questions about living in Tivat, Montenegro, or just about this lifestyle in general, feel free to drop us a line below, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.